Okay. There we go. All right. Thanks a lot for letting me know, Bumper. Hey, what's going on? So that should come through a bit now, guys. But yeah, speaking of Bumper, it was awesome to meet Bumper. Super cool guy, guys. Exactly how I expected him to be. Very similar to how he is in the chat. Just very cool, laid back, very chill. We got Happy Toys and Collectibles. What's going on? This is Donovan. You changed your profile. Yeah, what's going on, Donovan? Hopefully everything's happening. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good start to their week. Yeah, and we'll go ahead and start the film like we usually do at about 10 past the hour and just let people go ahead and flood in. But yeah, thanks for a lot for the assist, Bumper. For some reason, my OBS Studio did not recognize my microphone, but that was weird. But yeah, guys, just getting back from an awesome week in Vegas. I will be uploading the vlog tomorrow. Needless to say, I need a day of rest. Yeah, I feel you, Bumper. Yeah, I'm just chilling, guys. Um, Absolutely fantastic week, guys. I met so many awesome people from the week. As I mentioned, I met Bumper, super cool guy, guys. He came through and with the awesome Sid Haig autograph that he mentioned they was gonna bring in to me for the event. It was during one of the actual panels that I met him. I actually looked over my shoulder and he was right there and he was like, "Hey, are you Brendan?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." He was like, "It's Bumper, man. What's up?" And I'm like, "There you go. What's going on, my guy?" But yeah, guys. All right, we got everyone. We got Bumper and Anthony in a celebratory mood. That's what's up, guys. I mean, I'm the type of person that pretty much whoever wins, I'm just like, hey, we're just gonna have to deal with life. So I'm I'm just pretty even kill about things. I just hope that people are going to be able to afford groceries and everything. I'm someone that looks after the people that aren't really political. As one that's not really myself. I haven't really been involved in politics in a good 16 years, but I'm glad whenever my friends are very happy with the results. So that's good. You just watched Billy Ray Cyrus at the party. He was hammered. Well, hey, when you're in a good celebratory mood, sometimes the drinks are flowing. That's kind of like me over the weekend at Vegas. Dude, I was so. Man, let's just say I will talk about the bar crawls at the Las Vegas Days of the Dead in a little bit. But let's see. Bumper said he was shocked when Lamar did the nerd song on stage. Dude, that was so surreal, man. I can't even tell you, man, how awesome that was to witness that in life. Like, as someone that grew up watching Revenge of the Nerds, that was absolutely crazy. Oh, Billy performed out there, and oh man, that's crazy. Well, I'm gonna look at the highlights for the day. I've been actually resting from the trip, man. It's crazy whenever your body finally gets used to that time difference and being jet lagged, and then you go ahead and have to go back home. So I'm still on Vegas time right now. So needless to say, I'm pretty charged right now. Yeah, your feet were killing you after the convention, Bumper. Hey, I feel you on that, man. I'll try to save my feet as much as I can during those weekends, but it's tough, especially when you're there for the entire weekend and you're trying to get from panel to vendor room to go ahead and try to get as much of the convention as possible. Yeah, the bar crawl was pretty dope, Anthony. Like seriously, what was cool about it is there was we were like 80 to 100 people deep at the bar crawl, so it was pretty dope. And needless to say, I'm trying to catch as many happy hours as possible, going back to the room and get a few drinks here and there, and then it's Vegas, so you got the 420 action going on. Man, needless to say, it was pretty cloudy. And then not only that, but Miguel A. Nunez joined us for part of the bar crawl. So he hung out with the attendees at the stop to stop to stop, and he was in a few of the group pictures, so that was pretty dope. Yeah, I know. Seriously, 80 people. That's a lot of waiting for a drink. Thankfully, not everyone was getting a drink, and some people were just going from stop to stop. Just hanging out and vibing. But yeah, I knew what you're talking about, so I went ahead and did some pre gaming and had a drink or two already in the tank before because I already knew. I was like, the Art the Clown Appreciation Society, they roll pretty deep, and it was dope because people were there for the early screening of Screamboat and for the early screening of The Fetus. Both I was pretty privileged to be one of the first people to actually check that out. So that was pretty fun, guys. I was very happy about that. I've been doing all this chatting and I forgot to go ahead and get queued up for the film. So let me go ahead and get that set. Thankfully, it won't take me long. Let me see here. All right, let me get. And I heard this movie's pretty messed up, so I love that. All right, let me get my chat set up. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and start the film in, let's just say, 8:15. So we'll give people a few more minutes, simply because I was running behind. So what was the Fetus storyline? Okay, well, long story short, Bumper. It's Lauren Lavera. She's playing like Bill Mosley's daughter, and she finds out that she's pregnant, and that ends up being a bad thing because she's not like normal women, meaning that she's half demon in a way. So basically, everything builds on top of that, and how they're going to deal with this pregnancy. So it was actually a pretty good film. It was some great comedy moments as well that fit with the film. It didn't seem like forced humor, which is one of those things that's pretty hard with comedy films horror films that try to add that comedy element and those moments of levity. This one did it very well. I mean, whenever I see Bill Mosley in a film where he's one of the main stars, that's always a treat. It was pretty cool to know is that with that film, they had actually casted Lauren before Terrifier 2 had got her as Sienna. So that was pretty cool to know. And to get to know the cast and crew, the director, and one of the producers, and the people that were behind it. And it was a very, very dope time. Yeah, you're right, Bumper. Miguel is a character, like for real. That I don't know how that guy keeps his energy up so high. And I'm just turning 40, and I feel like an old fart. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. Check out the trailers where you get a chance. They were both pretty interesting films. Screamboat was actually even better than I expected it to be. um, Judging off how people took the Mousetrap film, I was expecting it to be similar, and they went about it at a different way. And it was way more entertaining and fun of a film to watch than I liked. So I've heard the Mousetrap was pretty painful to get through. In regards to Screamboat, I had a few laughs. The characters were very well written if you know Disney adults. And any little thing about Disney history, you could tell that they actually really did research and really put together a very tight script in time for the public domain expiration to hit. Did you guys hear that there's a Poltergeist 2 in the making? No, I didn't know about the Poltergeist 2 news. That's pretty dope, Anthony. That's dope. I'll have to look more into that. Poltergeist, it's been a minute since I've seen the first Poltergeist, so that would be a good occasion for me to check it out. So I'm assuming that it would be probably done by Thanksgiving this year. And Bumper says, I got to hang out with Miguel in Burbank last year. He's a cool dude. We mostly spoke about Bernie Mac. Okay, yeah, yeah. Bernie was awesome in life. I got a chance to ask Miguel about um, his performance in life and how whenever he got together with Martin Lawrence in the production, why was it always so funny? Like when he was Pretty Ricky Fontaine on the Martin Show, or when he was the Chicken King, Reggie the Chicken King, on A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Whenever they got together, it was like comedic magic for real. It was like some Laurel and Hardy type stuff there. Hey, what's going on, Joseph? Glad that you are here today, buddy. Hey, no problem at all, man. As long as you're here, that's it. So Uncle Lloyd posted it, but apparently it's Tromette directing. Okay, all right, that's cool. That's good to know. Hey, good news in regards to that. Hey, keep that YouTube up, Joseph. All right, guys, we're less than a minute away from hitting play on the coffee table. I'm really looking forward to checking this one out, guys. Like, I've heard some really good things, and in regards to this, making a few of the best of 2024 lists. And I'm thinking this did actually kind of hit in 2024, but it may have been filmed earlier. I need to actually do my research about this one. I'm pretty sure that I will if it's going to be as messed up as it's been advertised to me. So, all right. Hope you guys have your snacks and everything ready. It's about Cosmos Kramer's coffee table book. All right, guys, hit play. Yeah, Coach Cal's not doing good for Arkansas. He has not won an SEC game yet. Yeah, man. Those Kentucky fans and boosters are not going to be happy with that news. They want to see results. You know, they're a blue blood team, so they definitely want to get those results for those fans out there in Lexington and the state and all over the SEC territory. Can't wait to see what this film's about, guys. I mean, especially when you have like a very simple name like the coffee table. That's when you know you have a something very good and special that's gonna sell itself once people hear it. Okay, we got a woman screaming in the first seconds. You know, it's gonna be pretty interesting. Hey, that's right. Smash the like button. Thanks for reminding me, Joseph. I heard about this table at a house that likes when that likes when people eat Arby's on it. Yeah, that's a nightmare right there. A house full of people that have enjoyed the Arby's dinner. It's too much to take. All right. This is a very ominous birth. But then again, I think they all are ominous births if you kind of look at it. Yeah, the stream was very good last week. Joseph, thanks so much for asking. Okay, this will be easy to go because it's in subtitles while I'm actually streaming. All right, look at this coffee table. Okay. You know what? As someone that grew that was a 80s baby, this coffee table is very ominous for real because I may have been in a few apartments and houses that had similar coffee tables. And yes, they did belong to some very sketchy individuals. Oh, you started with the commercials? Oh, that's rough, Anthony. All right, I'll give you a time check in a bit. But right now, we're currently at 2 minutes and 50 seconds. This guy's loading on pretty thick. You can't trust what a salesman's too good. Like furniture salesman and used car salesman, they're like neck and neck. Oh, Restless, what's up, oh Restless? Welcome, welcome. You know what? We were a feet on the coffee table type of family. Thank goodness for that. We weren't necessarily too fancy. I mean, who wouldn't want that table? That's a pretty awesome table. I mean, come on, lady. Of course, I have this type of coffee table in my house. Yes, oh my, yeah. I'm thinking that this glass table may be the one. I mean, I totally understand the feeling of looking at an item and thinking, man, I think I may want this, and then the better half is like, no, we shouldn't do this. No, no. Yeah, the corners are too sharp. Oh, yeah, Rottweilers. Yeah, they're coming through. Just snatching all the food. Yeah, you know what, Bumper? I definitely want a coffee table for sure. Yeah, you know what? What's really cool is a lot of the next generation of kids are starting to embrace that now. I mean, part of it is because they can't afford new furniture, but then again, that's cool that they are actually embracing thrifting. It said Kentucky's doing better at basketball. I still want to say this. Get the man a chance. Yeah, yeah. He doesn't worry about force the kids through into the NBA. Yeah, the one and done era is definitely being changed now that kids are getting the NIL money. So it's a lot tougher now. He's putting that pressure on. See, stuff like that wouldn't work with me because I'm totally the type of guy that's like, hey man, just go ahead and take care of those other customers right now. I'll be right here, or I may not be right here. Your buddy, and you are thinking about making them with life size sculptures inside. Yeah, I want some at cons maybe one day. Making monster lamps at the moment. Dope, dope. Yeah, that's an awesome product. I would love to see someone that has coffin tables available for sale because whenever I see someone that has one on Etsy, I'm definitely reminded of how I need one here in the scary sanctuary. So, hey man, if you do decide to do that, let me know, man. I'll be happy to patronize you. We're watching the coffee table, Joseph. Yeah, you just grumpy, so they just walk away. Yeah, man. I mean, as cool as I am, when they try to get like that, it's just like, hey, man, just go handle your business, man. Hey, we only watch horror on here, Joseph. You already know the answer to that. Yeah, see, if you don't have those natural selling skills to not lay it super thick on, you know, during the spiel, then hey, that's probably not gonna work for me. No, no, no need to apologize. I'm just being silly, buddy. Yeah, for real. Hey, that would be a pleasant surprise bumper. Seriously, absolutely love to see that. Of course, I would be very happy to put it on the vlog. I was looking up the Greenbook, interesting stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting history, buddy. I have a few of those actually as heirlooms that I plan on passing down. I actually came across them at an estate sale and really couldn't believe my eyes. So I grabbed a couple of them, and it's very dope to actually have. So that was part of the inspiration for the channel, especially being a channel that's travel based and going to cons. Yo, I've heard some good things about Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare. So they were showing it like a couple of extra days in Las Vegas, but I just got so wrapped up in the con, I didn't get the time to go out and check it out. I just reached my first ad, guys, but I've heard some really good things. I think It's probably going to be a bit better than Pooh, Blood and Honey Part One. I heard that is on core with Blood and Honey too. So with it being on that trajectory, and with them establishing that Peter Pan is going to be their big bad in the Poohniverse, then I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to build upon it with more and more. Hey, thanks a lot, Anthony. Yeah. All right, we got some more Texas truck commercials. I love how we get the mix of like local and national commercials. Has anyone seen the coffee table before? Yeah, seriously, man. I'm looking forward to meeting you at Scarefest. I had so much fun at Scarefest last year, and with this year, Robert England being there, and a few other people that are on the docket so far that have been announced, it's already shaping up to be a great con. And if 2025 is any indication of how you know it's going to be starting off with Days of the Dead Vegas, then this year is only going to get better and better. Yeah, that's what it was with me. I just now getting back. I'm at 8 minutes and 21 seconds. I started hearing the coffee table being announced for a few different YouTubers that whose opinions that I really trust with their taste in film. And this is a pretty awesome shot with the spiral staircase and trying to get the the coffee table up. The Tom Scare autograph was 60, which isn't too bad. We were expecting a bit it to be a bit more. Because Bumper asked for a little bit of assistance and with the autograph prices to make sure that he already had enough by the time they was already up there. Because you guys know, cash is king there, so you got to make sure you have all that cash on deck for them. And Scarrett was 60, and most of the Revenge of the Nerds cast, if not all of them, were 40 for the autograph and 60 for the combo. 225 for a pro photo op only with him, which I passed on. And then I snapped a free shot when he signed my alien poster. Hey, see, that's more like it, Bumper. Seriously. 225 for the photo op. With only him, yo, that's a ton. Yeah, I'll have to pass on that, Tom. Seriously. And that's with much love and respect to Tom Skerritt. I love Alien and the other sister as much as anyone, but I will gladly pass. You save your money to meet her at Scarefest? Yeah, man. Just go ahead, save your money, and be ready for your picture with her, man. She's awesome. Like, it'll be an awesome experience for you to meet her. Let's see. Yeah, he's at 91 years now. Yeah, he's getting up there. That's crazy that he's 91. That really puts things in perspective. Like, seriously, in regards to, how long ago Alien was. Because he was so young and spry as Dallas. Yeah, there's no way, Tony. For real, there's no way that I'm moving that table all the way up. Like seriously, that reminds me of that documentary of them moving the largest CRT that's ever been made before. And that cool story, that documentary I mentioned a couple of weeks back. Yeah, I love the other sister. I'm glad you guys caught that reference. See, I should have known better that you guys would be up on it as well. He was a very nice guy though. That's good. And he laughed when I brought him up in smoke roll he had. Okay. I love doing that. Seriously, whenever you can bring up roles that either they don't get asked about often, or you can tell where it's just like, wow, not that many people probably have noticed that role. That's always a treat for them. That's dope. He did that for free because he was friends with Cheech and Chong. Oh, that's dope. That's a great story. Oh, so you were all into Giovanni Ribisi? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Giovanni's pretty awesome. I love the Mod Squad remake that they did. That was a pretty dope premise. and that movie was actually really good. It didn't get the love that it should have gotten. Yes, I was extremely nervous meeting Danielle the first time I was, because it was just like, man, this has all been leading up into this moment. Like literally, since you're a basketball fan, what was going on in my mind was that "One Shining Moment" song, and everything was just moving in slow motion. So I'm glad I was able to cut down the nets. But every other time afterwards, it's been very cool because after that first time, you realize like how cool and how sweet Danielle is with her fans. So I'm gonna be so happy for you to meet her, buddy. Like seriously. Stop laughing at me. And his character's fascination with marching bands. Like I would so just love to have taken that character to an HBCU band performance, or knowing how cool his character would have been seeing like Jackson State performing at the Rose Bowl this year. Suburbia, yeah, yeah. So you saw my squad in the theater. Oh, that's dope. I think I caught it when it hit pay per view. Because my family had an illegal scrambler box. So that's how I was able to watch all the wrestling pay per views and everything. Man, what a time to be alive, guys. I mean, can you imagine getting all the VO? Well, actually, technically, we do. We live in the age of streaming hijackers and everything. So technically, we're still living in the future. I'm going to be nervous about meeting Danielle. But yeah, seriously, man, it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to hear about your experience whenever you do meet her. Did you get her to sign the half nude photo of her? You know what? That's incredibly funny, Bumper. As I'm looking at one of the ones that's she's actually in lingerie in the one that I'm have over my door right there, and then I also have a Halloween 5 um poster one. So you got to cover both sides of the fandom. You got the child actor side, and then you got the she's all grown up side now. Yeah, Boiler Room. Yeah, yeah, that is a good one. Seriously, I know what you're talking about. Old Restless, dope film. Also, you're gonna get Smile 2 on DVD tomorrow. Yeah, dope. Let me know how it is. If they have any good special features on there. Yeah, she's laying down. Okay, yeah, she's laying down on that one. Yeah, I know the one that you're talking about. Yeah, the free cable boxes were sick. We had them when they were only like 36 channels before they went 99. Yeah, whenever I think about that time of life, it makes me think of the cable guy and how in that movie I would have just still been cool with that dude. It was like, what's the problem? This dude just wants to be cool and hang out with me. All right, you can stick around. I also got the Halloween 5 poster of Daniel Harris. Yeah, yeah. I would say yeah. I mean, she has a ton of different things for you to sign. So bring any one of your items that you would like to have signed. Um, and also she has tons of photos at her table to choose from as well. If you decide that you want to get an extra one, or if you decide that that's a better option for you. Let's see, makes me think of the Tyson fights. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was like such a great occasion having an illegal scrambler box when you had a big event like WrestleMania or like a big heavyweight fight. You just invite all of your friends and family over. You're like, hey, we're gonna get some pizzas, get some beer, all the alcohol, all the just whatever, and we're just gonna throw a big, huge party. So, man, it brings out a lot of memories, and yeah, Tyson fight memories, especially Tyson Holyfield too. That will forever and always live in infamy because of the sheer amount of different reactions to that with my family and friends. Yeah, smash the like button. You're right. Yeah, she's cool around. She walks around the cons and shops out the vendor booths. Yeah, exactly. She's super sweet. As I mentioned, I missed my chance on buying her a drink as she made a 180 to go to the bar, and I didn't want to look like a stalker I mean, especially knowing that she's had a history with stalkers, doing like a quick sharp turn right behind her to buy her a drink. But we'll get other opportunities. Some people choose to go vegan, others buy shitty tables. Oh, and guys, I'm at 17 minutes and 14 seconds. Oh, when she's taking off and leaving you with the baby. Nom nom nom. Exactly. Get some Holyfield treats. Yeah, that was so crazy because I will never forget the fact that my cousin, right before the fight, we were debating on who was going to win, and it was split 50-50. Of like, some people were thinking Tyson, the other half were thinking Holyfield. And my cousin, out of his mouth, he had no idea how true and prophetic that this statement was going to be. But he says, you know what? Tyson's hungry this time around. He's going to take it. And after the fight ends, I look directly at my cousin. I say, Tyson's hungry, huh? I will never forget that. That's why, like, oh man, I remember so many things about that one. They had they had a Christy Martin fight right before then, and that's cool knowing that Sydney Sweeney is going to be portraying her in an upcoming biopic. So Sydney Sweeney's going to be getting in that Oscar bait race. See, yeah, she does look a bit on the other side of being a mom, that's for sure. So maybe she's one of those 40-year-old moms that are defying the doctor's orders. So Bubba says, I was hoping there would be a lot more golf girls at Days Con, bro. Yeah, I saw a few of the con girls. I saw a few of the golf girls on Sunday. I'm with you on that, Bumper. I mean, we welcome the golf girls here. Let me bring in all the golf girls. I saw a few clown girls there too. Yeah, the Terrifier cast definitely brought out the clowns. So Joseph, I didn't know that guy was stalking Caitlin Clark. That's crazy. Uh oh, dude. Well, this movie's ramping up. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, well, now I'm very interested. So, Anthony says I saw Mike Tyson at a stoplight or next to me when I was 17 in Vegas. It was a trip. That's very cool. I got a good friend that I've met over the past year that is born and raised in Vegas, and it's cool knowing all his Vegas meeting celebrity stories. Oh, shouldn't have got that table. Wow. Oh wow. This is quite a part to get a KFC ad, Tony. That's crazy. I would be so livid if I got an ad right there, but that's a great place to get an ad. Yeah, stalking is not it. Yeah, the Tarman girl was cute though. Yeah, she was. I got her during the contest. I got some footage of her. She's gonna be mad at you when she gets back home, dude. Yeah, yeah. So KFC wouldn't be a bad idea right now, but now all of a sudden I've kind of lost my appetite. Dude, my wife's so gonna kill me right now. But yeah, 21 minutes and 2 seconds is where I'm at. Wow. I say I'm not gonna do that if I want to be a good fan of Danielle Harris. She probably knows I am. Yeah, she'll know you are. It's really cool that she has come back from that stalking incident. I was listening to an episode of Talk Scary to Me where she mentioned that during one of the cons that she was at, she kind of got a glance at someone, and she kind of thought it was that guy, and it made her very anxious and everything. So she kind of had to let security know, and Scout was there, but she didn't actually know what Danielle was kind of going through. So she kind of almost had like a panic attack at a con because she kind of thought it was that guy that was stalking her. But it ended up not being the case. I think it was when she went to Europe for the love of horror. You couldn't get into Ice Nine Kills. Some chick told me at Mad Monster Con to check them out. I did, but just couldn't get into them. I get it. It's going to be one of those bands that either you like them or you don't. That's pretty much I took to them, but my other half didn't. So she was like, I can't get into this at all. So I was like, okay, well, I guess you won't be joining me for Silver Scream Con then. But it is what it is. He said, "Wait, I just got up and saw the table scene. Yeah, yo, that's crazy, Anthony. Yo, this is definitely one of those things. Yeah, I get that bumper for real. Um, there are definitely some bands that I always welcome people to put me on to, and it's just kind of like, okay, you know, either I like them or they don't. I don't. That's one of the cool things I like about going to a lot of the local venues here now. I get to get put on to some of the young bands before they blow up and before the prices to see them perform are more than like $10 to $20. I miss the pre-Ticketmaster days. Ice Nine Kills is for chicks, man. It's really bad, but the chicks dig it. Hey, I get it, and I'm anywhere the chicks are. So it's just like, hey, if I gotta sneak in here with some ear plugs, then so be it. It's kind of how it was the first time I went to a Lady Gaga concert. It was like, man, this is totally not going to be it for me. And then I realized I'm only going to be the few amount of guys within a certain demographic. So, needless to say, I had a fantastic time with all the eye candy that was in the venue. So I'm pretty sure that's pretty much similar to all the guys that will attend like a Chapel Roan concert today with like their girlfriends or something, and they're just like, oh well, oh wow, wow. Let's see. It's okay if I have another favorite actress. Hey, but yeah, man, enjoy Danielle. That's the best thing. Danielle's my favorite final girl, and then after that, it's Heather Langenkamp. Or Heather and Danielle are tied for me. You did see Black Veil Brides in concert though, and the women there were amazing goth girls. That's the best feeling. That's kind of how I felt whenever I saw Ghost as well. Great crowd of people, and sometimes just going and checking out and knowing where it's going to be other horror fans, and it's a vibe. So I enjoy that. Yo, for real, Anthony? Yo, that's dope. Well, it's more so like theatrical horror movie based stuff. So their concept is based around all of their songs are based around horror movies. So that's their gimmick. You met Lady Gaga at work at Mandalay Bay, and she was staying in suite in the hallway we were painting, and she just walked by and said, "Hey guys, yo, that's dope." I would imagine that she's still as big as she is. There's a little bit of a normal person still in there in her. So the fact that she can walk by the common folk, as we would be called, and still say hello, that's really dope. Because you don't necessarily have to speak to people. People get those egos where they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna walk on by. Don't talk to me. Don't acknowledge me. Don't look me in my eyes. So that's very cool to know, Bumper, that she is still somewhat a normal person to at least say hello to people as she passes by them. I would have definitely been pleased with that interaction. Yeah, I love Gaga in American Horror Story too. She's you could definitely tell that she was one of those theater school kids. Um, Definitely multi talented, and more than her initial first gimmick as she continues to evolve. Yeah, dude, I'm just not going to pick up. Don't even pick up the phone, dude. Don't pick up the phone. As a matter of fact, I'm blocking you. Yo, this film is really ramping up. Yeah, she was dope in American Horror Story, and at least she was a bright spot in Joker 2, and that's probably the only bright spot in Joker 2. And it was a talent for her to actually sing as if she can't sing. So, if anything, with sitting through 2 hours of that film, at least there was that. Yeah, it would be cool to have Danielle in a Halloween TV series, Joseph. I agree. Yo, for real? You've known him since he was 12, Tony? That's dope. We're not super tight, but my band recorded at his house with Aaron Rubin, who did the new Blink. Yo, that's sick, man. I'm glad that to hear about these cool interactions that you guys have had with celebs. As someone that hasn't met too many celebs pre convention days, there are a few stories here and there, but that's always dope. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm blocking my wife. If I accidentally do something incredibly dangerous to the kid, best believe I'm just gonna go ahead and jumpstart this divorce early. You know what? I'm glad that they put this film down as a horror comedy in the Tubi feed. Um, so we're gonna see what other laughs we're gonna get from this film, guys. Yeah, the furniture salesman. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Tongue in cheek humor, but I'm gonna see how many more laughs we're gonna get squeezed out of this. After the decapitated baby, and hey, whenever a film can go there with throwing out the baby with the bathwater, I'm all here for it. Fully Serbian film us out, man. Yeah, exactly. Like, how do you unlearn to sing? Like that would be like so crazy. As someone that's like such a crazy talented singer. It's like, hey, go ahead and unlearn everything you've ever learned. Yeah, he's from Bonita in San Diego. Kid risk. They're kind of spoiled rich kids. But the cool thing about having spoiled rich kid friends is if they're not the douchey spoiled rich kids. I was pretty fortunate in getting to know a future kids, getting to know a few kids that were extremely rich, but they were super cool and welcoming, and it wasn't like, oh, look at my stuff. Oh no, don't touch it. It's more so like, hey man, go ahead and you know play with whatever you want to, man. I can't take the stuff with me. So it's cool when those types of kids grow up to become adults because they end up being extremely giving, extremely cool people that don't really place too much value on materials. So that's always great energy that I love being around. So that's very cool, Anthony. They're gonna make a Evil Dead 2 soon remake. Wow, that's our Evil Dead 2 remake soon. Yo, that's crazy. I wonder who's gonna be behind that. Like that's very gutsy to try Evil Dead 2 remake. I'm watching the NCAA College Football National Championship IT for Ohio State and Notre Dame. And I saw LeBron James wearing an Ohio State hat. Yeah, LeBron Homer James. I love him though. He's one of those guys that has become a bit of an icon for his the fact of like, oh, LeBron's at the beginning of a book, or him lying about watching The Godfather. I love the LeBron lying videos. That's such like a funny thing to take in. I have to. Thanks for reminding me about that, Joseph. I'll have to double check the scores. He was always pretty reserved, but I was also like 8 years older than him. He's the youngest kid to play Woodstock, so he kind of grew up while everyone around him knew he'd be huge even then. Yeah, for real. Like it's always a dope experience meeting those people that defy what could be like a certain expectation. Like that always makes me think of a buddy of mine who's he's from one of the most powerful families in Memphis, Tennessee. A very political family. A family that has had money since like the late 1800s. and they're politically plugged in. They initially got their funds from the mortuary business, and they're just one of those political families that are kind of like our version of like the Kennedys in Memphis, for all the right and wrong reasons, as far as like doing things that have advanced the city, but also having like, oh, that's their crazy cousin such and such that got arrested for drunk driving. So whenever their name got into the news, you're just like, okay, which side of that particular family are they on? So I went to school with one of the kids of the family, and as rich as they were, as spoiled as they just wanted to be like normal kids like us. So they would try to come around and hang out, and they'd be happy to just like invite us over and hang out with their family. And we always felt like the poor kids. Like seriously, we felt like Pigpen from the Peanuts gang whenever we were around their house, because it's just like, wow, your house is absolutely spotless. Let's not like touch anything, or else we're gonna leave fingerprints all over stuff. But what was really cool is they were always just like, oh no, come on in, you're all good. So that's always a fortunate case of meeting someone that's a bit more blessed financially than us. So let's see. Let me scroll back up here and see what's going on. Joseph said, "Have you seen Danielle Harris Halloween Five behind the scenes when she was filming and she was a child and she got? Oh yes, seriously. I love those interviews as a kid because Danielle's like only a couple of years older than me, so I grew up with that crush with her. So whenever Danielle appeared in something, I was there, and I still am to this day. Let's do a shot for every time Joe brings up Danielle Harris. Hey, you know what, man? I'm not that brave, Bumper. I don't think my liver can handle it. But we say that with love, Joe, because hey, we are all big Danielle Harris fans for sure, especially me. I share your enthusiasm, buddy. Is I bet she's good in Halloween Five. When she was filming in Salt Lake City, yeah, that's why. When I went to Salt Lake, I made sure to check out the Halloween 4 and 5 filming locations. Yeah. What sucks is Aaron, who produced the new Blink, wanted to make our record, but none of us had jobs, so didn't have the money and pass. Hey man, I totally know that feeling. That's such a deflating feeling where it's just like, hey man, I'm too broke right now. I would love to take you up on that offer. I'm too broke to take you up on it, and I do not want to even give you that look like you want you to do this for free. So I'm just gonna have to pass. Oh yeah, we know you're joking around, Bubba. We say it all in love here. We we're gonna playfully tease each other like family here. Who's hotter, Danielle or Jennifer Love? You know what? Earlier in the days, I would say Danielle, but currently now, I'm leaning more Jennifer Love. I like Jennifer Love is aging like a fine, fine wine. She's kind of like Ashley Lawrence from Hellraiser. Like I saw her over the weekend, I was captivated. Like man, that woman is still looking good. Like, jeez. Like as I mentioned before, I saw that she was in 911 recently, the show, and I hadn't seen her in something in a while, so I was like, oh man, that's Jennifer Love. But she was sitting down at the 911 operator's table. But later on in the episode, she stood up and they gave her like a full body shot, and I'm like, man, I'm loving Jennifer Love's hues for sure. I'm loving them. Oh man. Hold on, give me a second, guys. But yeah, Ashley Lawrence was looking fantastic. I was glad to see her. Another woman that's aging very well is Julia Montgomery from Revenge of the Nerds. She still looks very good. So I love seeing the women of that era that I had a crush on still holding on and looking fantastic. That gives me hope for myself to possibly hold on and look good at my elder age for sure. I'm up in the air. I like them both. Exactly, Anthony. It's just really going to depend on the day. Yeah, Ashley Lawrence is looking great. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Jennifer Love, exactly. She's great old wrestlers. Same at once. Hey, that's the spirit bumper. That is definitely the spirit. I did not have a crush on Daniel Harris. I did not watch Michael Myers when I was a child because I'll have nightmares about it. Yeah, so you came around to it as you got older, Anthony. He said, let's see. I can't believe Jennifer takes Jamie Kennedy. It's good to know that we at least have a chance. It's kind of like with the recent a Fox Sports One scandal with Joy Taylor and how she was involved with both Emmanuel Acho and the executive. And once you look at the executive, you're like, you know what? Even though he's spoken, rich with money and power and everything, with how he looks, if I catch Joy on the right day and make her laugh, I could have got her. So that's cool, man. That's why I always say, have a sense of humor, make a woman laugh, and she could likely get you there. You know, if you're broke, you're just like, hey, I don't care. I'm a funny guy. Let your inhibitions go down, snatch you up. So obviously Jamie did that funny voice he does every and Scream too, that really crazy voice. No, the crazy voice that he does in Scream. That's what got her. Jamie Kennedy. I know that's crazy. Well, dated not took, but I guess she kind of took Jamie Kennedy at the same time, if you know what I mean, Tony. Oh man, yo, Amber Mid Thunder is so sweet, and she's a very very pretty woman. Like she's dope. I met her at Texas Frightmare a couple years ago. You had a huge crush on AJ Langer. Me too. Me too. I always talk about how I recorded an episode of Baywatch because she was on there. She was I was like, hey, AJ is gonna be on there. Like, I would love to see AJ at a convention. Like, I say that all the time. Like, when you see like a lot of the people under the stairs at cons, I really wish she would make an appearance. Also, oh yeah, Lisa from Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah, she was a little cutie for real. No, it's never bad to have a crush on someone, Joseph. That's what a lot of us. I mean, that's part of the reason why Matthew Lillard's line is as crazy long as it is, and Skeet Ulrich's lines is full of women of all ages that are chomping at the bit to get pictures with them. Like if you attend a screen panel, get there early because a lot of the women are going to beat you there. But you know, a lot of our taste revolving around the people that we are attracted to are molded around some of these celebs. So, you know, that's a pretty interesting aspect of it. It's possible a publicist connected Kennedy and Love Hewitt. You know what? That publicist deserves all types of races. Also, you met her at Texas Frightmare? Yeah, so I was there, man. That's cool. That's dope, man. Just to know that we crossed paths so many times, technically. Yeah, a 1 week crush on Rosie O'Donnell when you saw a League of Their Own. You know what? If anything, that was probably prime Rosie. So we're not gonna hate on you too bad there, Tony. I mean, it didn't the chemistry she had with Madonna in that film. I could kind of see why. I could kind of see why. The chick who was like the mom with the kid, that was the one I crushed on heavy. And I kind of like Lori in that film as well. I mean, A League of Their Own is an awesome film, and it's funny because for a film, that's how you do a film that's focused around women that you can get men to like. That's what a lot of modern filmmakers don't get now. They try to go too woke without just realizing the fact that no, just do a good film. You don't have to lay on the messages. Like they will sell themselves if you make it good enough. Like I can't tell you how many times I've watched A League of Their Own from childhood on up to an adulthood. But it's just a classic film. Yo, I just went to Days of the Dead over this weekend, Joseph. That was why I was there in Vegas. But I'm hoping to go to another Days of the Dead this year. Maybe Chicago, Atlanta, or Indy, if I can make it work with my schedule. Yep, yep. Bumper's right. The days for Vegas is over, but I may go to a few additional ones. They're going to do Phoenix the same weekend as the Bad Buster Party Arizona one, so I may go to that one to go to both cons that weekend. Yeah, prime rib Rosie. Oh yeah, or the Flintstones. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yo, Christina Applegate, you gotta put me on. Yeah, that's my favorite part of Bonita Applebaum. Like because even the hip hoppers were on Christina Applegate. Like and still to this day, Christina looks great as well. Like I'll take Christina Applegate in any inhalation. Well, now that I'm over 40, let's say over any legal inhalation. We'll have to leave out the early Married with Children days. But once she got legal, okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, man, Christina Applegate's always one of those ones. And just to think, like, she's still one of my funniest parts of Bridesmaids. Like, she was so dope in that film. So I hate that the fact that with her health issues, she'd have to stop acting because she's been a major treat as an actor. Barbara loved Married with Children so much she was hot, but I always wanted Peg. Peg was up there. It's one of those things where it's like, hey Al, if you don't do her, someone will. I'll let her eat all the bun buns she wants. I'll just put the earplugs in when Oprah comes on. She was getting hall pass too. Yeah, yeah. Also, that's when you got to finally watch out Halloween during Fairfest 2020. That's dope, Joseph. Yeah, Fairfest is a mainstay. I love Fairfest because for one, I could watch a lot of the edited versions of horror films that my son isn't ready to see them in their full glory yet. So it takes me back to watching films like Return of the Living Dead and other films on TV before I got to watch the R-rated versions. Yeah, it really does suck that she's going through all that. Like, I remember when she went through the double mastectomy and everything, and she came back to acting, and to have to, deal with the more recent health issues, that really is a bummer. So, always wishing much love and to Christina for real. I mean, she helped make me a man. Kelly Martin from Life Goes On. Yeah. Yeah. That's, you know what, Oh Restless? And that is a lesson that I had to learn as I got older to why Al was so tired of Peg. It's like, you destroyed my life. I could have been in the NFL. Or at least I could have made college. Now I'm here stuck selling women's shoes. Although her brother was a little sexier. I love that. Oh man. Yeah, that is a gross misjudgment in regards to how they didn't cast Danielle on Halloween 6. As one of the great misjustices of the horror genre. Oh, Kate Beckinsale. Oh man, I love Kate, and it's so hard to see how Kate looks now. And I'm someone that never will ever pass judgment on her. I will forever love that woman, but I can't help but notice how different she really looks over the past couple of years. It's kind of sad, but if she's happy with it, hey, I'll let her be. Yeah, Jessica Biel. Yeah, Jessica Biel and Chuck and Larry. Hey, Jessica was one of those ones for real. Yeah, Gary Shoe Store, exactly. Yeah, if I worked at Gary's Shoe Store, I would totally be that guy. Yeah, dude. This. Oh man, like my anxiety is so up. Like watching this movie and knowing what this guy just did and how he's not told his wife that her baby is dead in the other room. Hey, honey, there's something I need to tell you. Katie Holmes was always my dream girl, especially in The Gift. I have a very cool story of a friend that met Katie Holmes. He's originally from Colorado, and he lived very close to Telluride. And of course, all the celebrities have vacation homes in Telluride, Colorado. And he was working on this mountain resort, and of course, celebrities go there to ski and stuff. And he's on the slopes, and he says it's more so Katie's fault, but he definitely takes his part of blame in it. But they run into each other like smack dead on the slopes, and she falls down because he's a pretty big guy, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry," and he noticed Katie Holmes' bodyguard standing really right next to him and is about to charge him and kick his ass. But Katie's like, no, 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 it was my fault. It's my fault. I'm sorry. It was all on me before he's going to put hands on him. So he was like, I'm forever thankful for Katie Holmes, getting in the way of her bodyguard from literally lighting into me. And he's already a big guy in himself. He's probably like 6'4", 250, and he's like, that dude made him look like Pee Wee. And I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, gotta love some Katie. Yeah, that's where I kind of had my thing for Katie. Disturbing behavior, Katie. Yeah, with that whole goth girl alt look that she had. Yeah, you're on it, bumper. Yeah, yo, Anthony, for real, this is definitely something that's happened. I mean, whenever you have one of those recalls that has happened, you can always be assured that somebody's kid got in some sort of compromising position, and you hope that they made it out. And that's why I like Anthony, a crazy horror premise, but is based in some bit of reality to where it's like I can see this actually happening. You know, it's totally one of those things. I completely effed up, and I have to tell my wife. She's never going to look at me the same. We're probably over, but how do I how do I tell her? So that's freaking crazy. Oh, I love how they're doing the violin in the background. Let's get sentimental now. Yeah, I would love to see Katie do a conventions too. Like that would be dope. I bet she's really nice too. Like seriously, I bet she's a total sweetheart. I'm looking forward to checking out another film. Have has anyone seen Red Rooms on Shutter yet? I've heard some really good things. That's also a great film. No way Scientology lets her at cons. Tom Cruise has it out for her. There's no way. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna watch that. Probably after this or sometime tomorrow. I guess Jamie Kennedy is related to Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard. Really? Oh wow. Scientology connection. It makes me every time I think of Scientology, it makes me think of that. Guys, help me out. What was the name of that film that with Philip Seymour Thomas and I believe was it Joaquin Phoenix? Was it called The Founder? They kind of had a lot of like loosely based around Scientology type thing. Was that The Founder? Yeah, Hoffman. Jeez, Hoffman. Jesus Christ. Thanks. Oh, Restless. The Master. The Master. That's it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. The Master. I've seen that once or twice before. Uh, it sounds like dripping. What's that? You think the baby wet itself? Okay, okay. Unarius. They're like Scientology. They're down the street from me. A Jello from Dead Kennedys did a doc on them. Okay, let me go ahead and Google that now. That seems like a quite the rabbit hole to dive into. Okay, okay, Darius. Academy of Science is a nonprofit educational foundation offering a course in self mastery. Okay, all right, I'll definitely check that out, Anthony. That seems like definitely something. Yeah, to check out. Yo, that okay? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yo, that's dope. That's dope. Okay. Thanks a lot, buddy. You could drive there in 5 minutes. I've been inside like 3 times. Okay, cool, cool. How was it, man? All right, got another ad. And while I have my ad, let me go ahead and check the scores. Let's see here. I got all these notifications from the the weekend's festivities. Gotta get all of these notifications out of here. Let's check out the score. And Ohio State is putting it up on Notre Dame, 31-15, with a minute and 54 left in the third. So, needless to say, I'm glad that I'm watching the film here with you guys as opposed to the championship because it looks very anticlimactic. Notre Dame looks to be going down again. Also, you grew up watching them on public access. We crack our asses off. It's weird inside. I saw them meditating through the window once to a crystal ball. We used to egg them in Ding Dong Ditch in high school. Hey, man, it would only be right to. I mean, if you had uh, that type of organization thereby, how could you not? Yeah, like this film, I feel is going to get really unhinged here very soon. Like it really has that lingering sense of dread, and we're moving into the that final third portion of the film. Like this totally reminds me of like being a kid and lying to your parents about something and knowing that there's only like so much time left before they find out that you lied. It's like, oh shit. Sweating bullets at the same time. And this is always like when your mom or your dad is in like their best mood ever and they want to be extra generous. And they're just like, oh, hey, Brendan, you know what I thought about? You've been such a great kid lately. Let's go ahead and take you to your favorite toy store and get you some new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures. Now, as a kid, after you just did some really shady stuff, your kids tell you that, no, and your parents tell you that, are you going to say no? No, you're not. You're going to go ahead and say, yeah, let's go ahead and do that, Dad. Because I might as well have you um, get the item and me have it possibly later as opposed to turning you down and you knowing something's up. Not only that, but if you look into it, you'll see the UFO car. The guy who owns it is my buddy's neighbor. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I know, stupid ads. I'm at 54 minutes and 52 seconds, guys. I was raised by a single dad. We didn't talk much. Even the time I ordered the Spice Channel, he didn't say shit. Hey, that reminds me of calling into like the crazy 1-900 hotlines. And I called them all, guys. Like, seriously. I mean, it was the age of 1-900 numbers. And I'm grateful that my dad was the type of guy that didn't really investigate the bills much. Unless it was just like too crazy high and way more than he expected. He was just that guy who just, all right, this is how much it is. Let's go ahead and pay it. But man, there were more than a few times that I was on pins and needles, wondering if he's going to see how many times I called the Freddy hotline or called whichever celebrity's random 900 number of that particular year. Yeah, I remember the Spice Channel. Thankfully, we got the Spice Channel as part of our Scrambler box. So, needless to say, when the parents were away, Brendan played. Yeah, it was so hard not to. I mean, they were advertising to us constantly as kids. Yeah, so old Wrestler said, I racked up hundreds of dollars in those 1-900 numbers. Seriously. What a time to be alive, right? I bet nature calls. I used to call Freddie and Hago just to hear his voice. Yeah, I remember calling like the Masters of the Universe 1-900 number. Like, yeah, that's actually like a YouTube video. I'm pretty sure I need to search out because I'm pretty sure someone's done one of all the cool and weird and zany 1-900s, like the Corey's hotline and just crazy ideas. All the phone sex lines. That reminds me of the Spike Lee movie Girl 6. That's a very underrated one. And another one that has a Prince soundtrack. A very good Prince soundtrack. Yeah, just a recording and on the loop too. So that was just crazy, old Restless. How many kids were duped by that and got in trouble. And of course they had to put that one little, kids, please ask your parents for permission before you, knowing that we did not care about that. Spice Chowder and cup of noodles. Oh yeah, it's a good night. It's a good night then, man. It made us connoisseurs. Yeah, they made a killing. And that reminds me of a documentary that I need to see about those I bet it was about some company in New York and how basically they were scamming people and racking up a ton of money about it. I have to look up the title of that one because that looked like a pretty cool premise. We had a public access show called Lips, and it was hot chicks in bikinis, and you could talk to them and say, "Wait to me on TV" and shit. What a time to be alive! Like, we'll never get that back. Like, even in the age of like YouTube now, it's not the same. We're just like, oh, we're going to talk to these bikini clad chicks. And just public access was a gem in itself. Like, I'm so glad that we have records of some of those shows nowadays on YouTube to just get back and give us those memories. Oh, yeah, good old Lyle show. I know, right? We didn't know what we had then, guys. We really didn't. We wanted to rush to adulthood, but it's not all that it's cracked up to be. It has its fun moments, but now it's just like, man, just to go back and have those moments again. You truly didn't know what we had. Did you guys have like a chat line in your town or city? Where I grew up, we had basically a phone line, which was basically a proto type for an internet chat room, but we would call in and just talk to random people, and it would be like random rooms that are filled with people just talking about the random most crazy things, and it will give you like your own personal code. So if you wanted to talk privately with someone, you could give them your code, and you guys could have private convos. Man, that was those were some crazy times. Crazy times as a teenager for sure. Yeah, exactly. We were all dumb to try to grow up. Who wants to grow up? Peter Pan was onto something for real. Yeah, the 80s and 90s. I mean, to this day, like as I look back on it, I think we grew up at the perfect time, guys. Because being a kid in the 60s, that would have been cool, but we didn't have they didn't have the properties and such. Like I said, like if I look at my dad's generation, they're really into westerns, and they don't really have much other than that. Like westerns and science fiction films is what they peddled to boys at that time. You look at what the kids have today; they don't really have much cool stuff. They have, most of what my kid cares about now are YouTubers, and as crazy as that is for me to say as a YouTuber, the YouTubers are what the kids are really into. Like you have like your Mr. Beasts and other personalities that have the attention of the youth. So I'd rather have not to sound too biased. Of course, there is some bias there, but I really legitimately think that we grew up in the best era. Like, speaking of which, we got Masters of the Universe right there in the film. We got He Man. Dude, you get He Man, who's the most manly of men, but also at the same time being so gay coded at the same time, but being too young to realize it. Exactly, we got some TMNT. See, this film realizes what we're talking about right then and there. Yeah, party lines. Yeah. Okay, okay. Let's see what Tony's talking about right here. Okay, yeah, Tyler was perfect. So Tony says, okay, so at band practice, we watched retro commercials a couple weeks ago. Where with a phone number came up, we usually call them, and it was one of those chat lines you were talking about. Yeah, yeah. Hey, they were fun, dude. Like seriously, like the party lines were dope, and what was cool about them is they were free, but so many people would call in that you would spend maybe like 30 minutes trying to get on at the busiest times, like during the weekend or during the evenings. So, dude, it was cool to get all of our friends together and talk to girls from other schools or women that were older than us on the chat line because there was no regulation at all. This was literally the Wild West at this time of the late 90s, early 2000s. So it's so crazy to think back, how many crazy situations happened because of the party lines. Yeah, it sounded like all drug addicts. Times have changed. Yo, you're so right, Anthony. For real, bro. Like, it's so crazy to think about. Like, I remember one time I met this one cool chick, and needless to say, I still remember her. Like, we actually met in real life. And needless to say, I could imagine there being some very bad horror stories involving party line meetups because literally this is right before people started to really do this on AOL chat rooms and such. So, needless to say, once the internet came about, that killed the party line. But it's actually kind of cool because there was an app called Clubhouse not too long ago that was basically the premise of a party line for people to come in and chime in, and also to see how like other apps like X have implemented you know elements from party lines from back in the day. ASL, exactly, dude. She was extremely hot. Oh man, Tony, let me tell you, we were right about the same age. She was cheerleader going off to college. Let's just say we stayed in touch for a couple of years. And every so often, I wonder if she's doing well. Yeah, man. I was very fortunate in that case. Let's just say I've heard of some scenarios that didn't go so well, where the voice didn't match um, the persona in real life, and that's when you realize that you can have a super tiny voice and be on the opposite end of things. Not to say there's something wrong for the people that are that way, but this is before you could have the ability to ask for a picture. So we were the forebearers of being catfished in a lot of ways. Dude, to enjoy time with friends while your baby is literally rotting in the other room is diabolical. Like, I feel so sorry for this dude, but I can't help but to find the humor in this, which is cool because this film works for those of us with dark senses of humor. I love that they labeled this a comedy because this is basically for those of us who enjoy dead baby jokes. And I am guilty. I do enjoy dead baby jokes. So this is my type of style. Barbara says, I had one like that where her voice was great till I saw her. I drove off. So, hey, I'm telling you, that happened to me once in college. During okay, this was the pre MySpace days. This was for a no, actually, this was MySpace where this happened at. So yeah, I was thinking this is going to be for another website, but yeah, this was during MySpace. I got catfished by a chick, and needless to say, it was the same experience where it was just like, oh, that's you. Tony says, I was too shy to even order pizza, let alone a chat room. Oh man, I don't believe that at all for a second, buddy. I can't get over her looking like his mom, kind of. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, yeah, that is a bit jarring, but I mean, it's one of those ones where it's just like, okay, well, maybe she's an older mom. But yeah, I will say that I was thinking the same, Tony, when I was looking when she first came on the film. It's just like, oh, she's the mom. But then again, sometimes you live a hard life. Let's just say maybe she went through early addiction problems and she's in recovery. I know a few friends like that where they look way older than they actually are because they partied a little bit too hard in the 20s and they are in active recovery, but they're doing good. But it's just like, yeah, man, you burnt the candle from both ends there. um, yeah, dead baby jokes. Comedy has no limits ever. Exactly. And then growing up in the 80s and 90s, we grew up with that type of humor. We're not sensitive about things, We can take jokes, you know. That's one of the things I try to tell like my younger friends and family members where it's like don't try to take things too personally. You're growing up in an era where it's okay to be too sensitive for stuff. So, you know, you people can't even tell another person that I didn't like another movie without them getting their panties in a bunch. Where it's like, dude, it's okay, man. If you're getting mad about my opinion on a movie that I think is crappy, or vice versa, then you wouldn't be able to handle me at my dead baby jokes worst. Yeah, run hard and put away wet. That's right, Anthony. For real. Yeah, yeah, exactly, and vice versa. I have friends that are able to make black jokes and things of that nature because, for one, we know that there's no vitriol behind it. That there's humor in all things in life, and you have to be able to let the things that you may be slightly offended by roll off the back of your neck, man. There's especially when it's around your real deal friends or people that don't mean any harm. It's hard nowadays, especially when you're around a lot of the younger people that are trying to be, too altruistic. And it's like, look, dude, I don't care who you are. You could be the best person in the world. You're gonna be you're gonna do something that people aren't gonna like. And people can look at you like a villain based on that. So just live your life, man. Be a good person. Who cares about the rest? And when you accidentally decapitate your baby, tell your wife immediately. Yeah, and that was the cool thing about growing up in like mixed communities and having friends from all different cultures when you were a kid. The fact that, we welcome that. We welcome that this guy is a Sikh and he covers his hair or wraps his hair or whatever, but he's a super cool guy. Or this guy here, he may have been raised by his mom who's like an alcoholic and she's never home, but he's a cool dude. He doesn't let that get past him. Like, that was the cool thing about knowing that everyone's a bit of an individual, and through those experiences you came like closer to people. Man, this dude's going through it, man. This is like a special type of torture, though. I like the premise of this film. Yeah, exactly. You could tell when someone was trying to be funny or a pest. Yep, in 2 seconds. And you're so right, man. I mean, the people that you met, it was just like what you saw was what you got, and it was just like, okay, cool. Either this is going to be a type of person that's going to be someone that I'm going to ingratiate into my friend group, or this is going to be the type of dude that's going to be on the peripheral of stuff where we're just like, all right, I'm going to have to watch that dude. Like, there's something not quite right about that person. I mean, as you're looking at the table, why couldn't they get the other chick that's playing the friend to be the mom? Like, she looks more age appropriate, to be honest. But then again, I kind of see why they went with the woman that's the mom. She gives you that scary wife feel. Like, she looks like that woman that you just do not want to make mad or cut off in the school line, or else you're going to constantly hear her mouth. Yeah, yeah, she definitely has some creep factor there in the best way. It's like, I do not want to get on this woman's bad side at all. Like, she looks like the type that would challenge a guy to a fist fight. If I'm being honest. Oh man, oh, they brought out the ultrasound pic. Oh, that's so low. I was like, wait a second. Aren't you happy for us? What's going on? She's obviously been bowling. Oh man, bro, I can't believe they pulled out the baby announcement on him. You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. With the day that dude had, I'm flipping the table. Like, I'm just so mad at that point. Me and the uncle and the dad is the best thing that ever happened to him. Oh man. Well, you were an uncle for a tiny bit of time, but the good thing is, once an uncle, always an uncle. You're just not going to be an active uncle for a while. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I would be so sick. Yeah, I'm still thinking about the table. Bro, this is such a cool premise for a film, though. I'm really liking this. Like, I love the whole sense of dread. You know what, Donovan? I'm not exactly sure what's going to be the next movie. I was so like ramped up with Days of the Dead, I forgot to actually put up a poll. But I'm going to actually remember to put up a poll for next week and let you guys decide which film you'd like to see. But as far as which film I'm going to actually go and check out, I'm going to actually probably go and check out The Wolfman sometime this week and get a review out. Um, I've heard that if okay, as a good friend of mine, Dave put it, he's like, if Nosferatu is a home run, then the Wolfman was probably a solid double. And I'll take a solid double. At least they'll get you in scoring position. So I'll take that. As long as you don't do a balk, I'm good. Yeah, this really tugs on the emotions too. Of like it's like honestly, I could see like the director watching Hereditary, and the moment where in Hereditary where it happens, and the kid goes to sleep and leaves his poor mom, played by Tony Collette, to find what happened and what he did. So this is kind of like an expansion and a longer drawn out part of that, to where it's just like we're gonna leave you in that extremely uncomfortable position of when you have to reveal something to someone, but you're gonna be in a shit ton of trouble when you tell them. All right, I got another ad, guys. Sorry about that. All right, we are at 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 23 seconds. Yeah, this is pretty messed up. Yeah, I like this film because it does give you the horror, the drama, and the comedy. Because as dark as this is, and as much humor I find in this, I can't help but feel sorry for this SOB. Bro, you should not have got the coffee table. Like, for one, that coffee table is only for a bachelor. Like, a bachelor in the 90s. Bro, you missed your chance. You can't get it. So, yeah. I don't care. I'm not going to internet college, right? It's funny because that takes me back to the ITT Techs and the DeVries and the ICDC colleges commercials for TV. They're just moving right on over to our internet ads. Exactly, the Bachelor with all black furniture. Oh man, you know the aesthetic, Tony. You know the aesthetic. And I'm not even gonna lie. I follow a few retro pages on Instagram that are built around recreating those vintage looks, because that's actually one of my favorite vintage looks. That whole school all black bachelor pad look. Oh yeah, you gotta have the waterbed, and you gotta have like the old school Dick Halloran velvet painting over the bed, like in The Shining, full of naked chicks. Oh man, it's only right. It's only right. Oh, gold trim. You know it. You know it, Tony. See, a man of similar tastes. Men of culture, we meet again, I see. It sounds like my stepbro's old room. Hey, man, that was a recipe for action back in the day. Before the chicks caught on to it, before they realized, like, wait a second, have I been in this room before? Wait a second, the other guy that I bet not that long ago, he had the same kind of. And then they got to talking, and the word got out, man. The word got out. I'm not gonna lie, I had a uncle or two that had that same setup, so that always brings back good memories. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. If I had space, I would totally do like that whole all black bachelor setup, like, because it's just like such a cool look for me. You gotta have like the rug, the coffee table. You gotta have like the overflowing lamp with the multiple bulbs. and then you click them and it gives you different light strength. Oh, oh yeah, it's going down. It's going down. And you gotta have like a good like let's say a 35-inch CRT TV, VHS. Oh yeah, it's going down. A good cassette player, stereo. Ooh, how could she say no? Oh damn! Now you got his brother in it. Brotherly things. Ooh, the Say Dies poster. Oh yeah. Hey man, that's an error. Like I love going on YouTube and checking out the Say Nights commercials. Oh man, what a time to be alive. Oh, you got 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes, guys. Yeah, this movie is not going to be a comedy for people unless you have a really macabre and sick sense of humor like me. I'm glad the YouTubers that I watch recommended this because this is freaking sick. There's not a thing you're gonna do to make this less traumatic, unless you could take this baby to the pet cemetery immediately. There's no way you're gonna make this better for the mom. The weirder, the better. I'm with you, Tony. I am the same way. I don't want the whole cookie cutter thing in regards to films. If a film can take me on a crazy trip, now even if it doesn't you know work for me, I'll be all the more grateful for it because if you could give me something that I'm not expecting, I'll tip my cap for it. Every time you see a waterbed, you think of Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, for real. That's totally me. Yeah, I mean, I remember crazy with waterbed. When my sister got a waterbed, she got a waterbed when she was like 18, and she was still living at home. Um, that she had a job that she was working and everything, and she was like, I want to invest in a waterbed, and we had this business in town called Big Surf Waterbeds, and they ran commercials like crazy. You could probably find their commercials on YouTube um if you check out Big Sur Waterbeds, Memphis, Tennessee. And they ran for forever, even years after waterbeds were out of style. So, needless to say, I think that was a drug a drug money laundering business. But the process of getting that bed in, filling it up with water, and all of that, that was crazy to see as a kid. And then by the time I got around to meeting this one chick that I met as I got older and seeing her have a waterbed, it's just like, wow, someone actually still has a waterbed. And just to think that that actually caught on for a while. Yes. Yeah, speaking of crazy vintage commercials, Anthony, definitely. I would imagine you would find that on there. Also, if you're looking up crazy local commercials back home, check out Fireworks City, Memphis, Tennessee, especially the ones with wrestler Jerry the King Lawler. He partially owned that business. So he would be in every year's commercials, and there's one of him riding a giant bottle rocket, and it explodes towards the end. Oh, it's glorious in all types of '90s cheesiness. Oh, this damn dog. Oh no. Oh no. Fireworks City. Oh no. Oh shit. Uh oh. It's like Spatula City. Yeah, Fireworks City. Yep. My stepbrother had one. I hated it. It was a pain in the ass to play video games on it. Yeah, I know. totally was. You couldn't do anything like stationary on it because you're drifted side to side, and also the edges of them were kind of hard to kind of hang off of if you're playing video games. You're right. So look up Spatula City. Okay, cool, cool. I'm trying to think what other. Oh my gosh, there's this crazy local church commercial that lives on in infamous that lives on in infamy in Memphis history. And to this day, that's a way of judging who grew up in the city at a particular time because it was this pastor's sermon. And this dude is known all over the city because it was basically he's rhyming. He's like, keep hope in your brain and dope out your veins. You'll never get nowhere. Smoking the pipe. If you want to get your lesson, if you want to get your lesson, if you want to get your lesson done, get straight A's in school. Get it closer to God. Stay away from the in crowd. No, he was like, stay away from the in crowd. Get it closer to God. It was something like that. Like I can remember it word for word. And the amount of laughs if you tell someone from Memphis just those words. Oh my gosh! As a matter of fact, we're gonna play that commercial right after this film. We're gonna show some of those commercials. Oh, we got the reveal. Conan the Librarian. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. Spatula City is a spoof commercial from UHF. Yeah, I love UHF. Good old Weird Al. We got Dead Baby Head. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta rip the band-aid off, guys. And now she's gonna kick your ass for letting her spend half of the day thinking everything was good. And the baby's head was just kicking it right there. Winnebago Man. Okay. I have to check that out. That sounds like a good watch. And I'm such a documentary fiend. So I'm always down for any good documentary watches. Oh, she's gonna jump out. Yeah, I swear, man. I love like local car salesmen and businessmen who did a great job of promoting their businesses. Like, it's just one of those things that local television just had its own magic and made celebrities of people that they shouldn't have. Winnebago Man's this dude's always pissed off is hilarious. Okay, I have to check that out. Oh yeah, I knew she was jumping. See, if you told her earlier, she possibly wouldn't have jumped. Well, isn't that a bright and happy ending there? All because of that damn coffee table. Cal Worthington and his dog spot. That reminds me also, I have a good buddy of mine who was from Kentucky. And Wolfman Jack, the very famous DJ Wolfman Jack, he owned a furniture business. And he used to tell me about these commercials growing up with Wolfman Jack. And it was him and his daughter Donna. And I heard about these stories for forever. And he was like how, Wolfman had died and Donna had been Wolfman and Donna had been in the commercials since Donna was a kid. But it was cool that now Donna was the owner of the businesses and did the commercials herself now. And he would just have an awesome imitation of Wolfman in his voice. And at the end, it would just say, and remember, ask for the Wolfman. And me, Donna. And I heard that so much. So I remember during the days of YouTube looking those up, the early days of YouTube looking them up. And lo and behold, they were there. So that was actually pretty crazy to know that people had these local commercials that thankfully are preserved on the internet nowadays. Hey, what's up, Joseph? Glad you're back. And here we are. We have the coffee table. Wow, that was a crazy movie. Absolutely crazy movie. Yo, that was a crazy film. Yo, that was a dope film. Like, I like when the everyone it has a slow build up, but once that decapitation happens, my goodness, that's crazy. Took me 20 years to find a commercial till it popped up in some home VHS. Isn't that how that happens? Like that's crazy, and that's why I really need to go through all my VHS films back home, and hopefully they're still in well enough condition that I could probably digitize some stuff, because I'm pretty sure I have some stuff that may not have been preserved online yet, and I really need to get on that next time I go visit my parents. Man, that was crazy, guys. The coffee table. All right, give me a second. Let me try to find some of these commercials so that we can laugh at that. Let's see. Commercial. Oh yeah. And it's funny because this video is found under the Memphis History YouTube channel, because it is Memphis history. Like, oh my gosh. And they actually have they have a playlist of Memphis commercials. Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a quick look through some of my childhood. Oh, they got a Big Sur waterbed commercial. See, I knew there was gonna be one on here. Okay. Let's go to some of these right quick, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, let me see here. Let me get this transition over here. But yeah, guys, I'm glad that you guys are kicking it with me. All right, let me move this over here. All right, so let me move these ads out of the way. Hey, no problem at all, Joseph. Glad that you're back, buddy. All right. Now, this is one of our local theme parks that we had. It was our only water park, called Adventure River. Such a dope time, guys. So let me change this, and let me turn the audio output on so that you guys could hear. All right, I'm going to run through a couple of these commercials right quick. All right, this is Adventure River. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, give me a second. Actually, let me return right quick for something for my audio output. There we go. Because that wasn't working. Okay, let me see. Let's go through here right quick. Give me 1 second.
Generation.
All right, there we go.
Sun's on the rise,
This is
temperature
Adventure
too.
This is such a dope spot.
You're set to get wet, you're set to get cool. Surf's up, baby, let's catch a wave. Meet me at Adventure River today. Adventure River, it's an ocean of fun. Adventure River, fun for everyone. Adventure River, we're making a splash. Summer's never been so much fun. Adventure River.
Brings back great memories, guys. Let me tell you, Adventure River was dope. Let me go through a couple of the other ones. All right, we got some wrestling fans in the house.
Grammarly doesn't just help.
We're gonna go through my wrestling fandom and how it helped with me being the major wrestling fan that I am now. I was very blessed enough to be in one of the last wrestling territories that existed while WWE was taking over. So This is the iconic CWA wrestling intro in Memphis. It went on from 85 to 92. So this is how our wrestling show started. Got Jerry the King. Look how small that ring is, guys. But this is the News Channel 5 studio. And a very young Brendan and my brother watched legends like Stone Cold, The Undertaker, other people. And then we will have weekend nights at the Mid-South Coliseum. And that was the big show. So that's the Mid-South Coliseum. That's the building I actually graduated high school in. Yeah, so it was awesome to have local wrestling that was very innovative. Oh, and the legends, Lance Russell and Dave Brown. Lance, who is what I consider the best wrestling announcer of all time.
By parties other than
so
the station,
we had Lance Russell,
Championship Wrestling.
Jerry the King Lawler, so many people. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Jeff Jarrett is in one of those clips. But it's so cool to just like see these idols. Yeah, young Bam Bam. Everybody wrestled in Memphis for stops. Like my brother has a memory of watching Stone Cold go through the lobby of the Mid-South Coliseum to go backstage, and this was the broke, wrestling territory days. So Stone Cold, still a starving wrestler at this point, he had tape on the bottom of his boots because they were wearing off the bottoms. So these were like the, hard, living hand to mouth days. So it's cool to have those stories. Yeah, for real. You really have to love wrestling to do that. I mean, these guys were making pennies and on the road constantly, like during the territory days, spending time in Memphis, then spending time in Florida, spending time in Texas, basically trying to, make a meal. And, even The Rock got his start in Memphis. So many, major Hall of Famers got their start in Memphis. And that's really cool. Even Hulk, the Hulkster, the Hulk persona started in Memphis. So that's very cool. Let's see here. We got Big Sir Waterbeck. So let's go to Big Sir. We probably got another ad here. So let me go ahead and mute that right quick. And let's look up some Big Sir right quick. All right, guys. So this is Big Sir Waterbeds.
When you buy
This
your
is where
waterbed
my
from
sister
Big
got
Sur,
the
it's
waterbed
like buying
from.
directly from the factory, because Big Sur owns the factory. It's how he keeps quality high and the prices so low. Imagine a complete solid wood waterbed for just $189.99 in your choice of sizes. This Shiloh waterbed with bookcase headboard is only $229.99.
$229, that's a deal.
Or the Santa Fe with bookcase headboard and detailed mirror is just $259.99.
Yeah, you're right, Anthony.
Factory
It's
direct
all
savings
circus.
from Big Sur waterbeds. 5248
You're putting
Summer
up with
Avenue
more
and
BS than you
4207
are,
American Way.
positive things. So that's why I appreciate, the people that are in bands and the people that are wrestlers and such. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, that's Big Sir Waterbeds. And that business was, you can't tell me that business was not a drug, some sort of drug money laundering scheme for sure, because they lasted way longer than they should have. Yeah, we were a big WCW household. My dad was really in love with Georgia Championship Wrestling. So when Ted Turner was able to bring WCW to, nationwide, that was big. And me being a kid, I was really big into WWE. So I begrudgingly watched WCW, but I grew to love the hokiness of it. But what I really wish I was able to see while I was young and while it was really hot was ECW. I got onto ECW later when one of my buddies told me about it. All right, we haven't. And if we're gonna go to Memphis ads, it wouldn't be right if I didn't show you guys the absolutely iconic Up From the World church commercial. All right, so give me a second, guys. Let me. I'm so happy to show you guys this commercial. Like seriously, this is like an absolute Memphis classic, guys. So be prepared for this awesome commercial of this sermon. Now, this guy, when he was doing this sermon, had no idea the ripple effect that it would cause around the city. Because imagine being a little kid and seeing this sermon, and he's being so sincere with it. And that's what makes it all the funnier. So, all right, guys, the iconic 1990s era, "You'll Never Get Nowhere Smoking the Pipe," Up From the World Church commercial from Memphis, Tennessee. Enjoy it, guys.
Get dope out your vein and hope in your brain. You'll never get nowhere smoking the pipe. Never. You want to get your lesson out and want to be smart in school? Get rid of the drugs. Get away from the in crowd. Get close to God.
Join Brother James Salton for Up From the World, Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. here on WLMT.
Just the most random 30-second ad. But the fact that he was just like, "You'll never get nowhere smoking the pipe." It's just the enunciation and then the whole "get a closer to God." Oh, that is so iconic. Like, seriously. And you will see Memphians that will come back and they'll go in those comments and they will share their memories of watching this commercial, because this commercial aired for at least a good decade solid. So there's no way that you were watching Memphis, Tennessee television and you did not see this commercial. Absolutely epic commercial. And there are other ones that I can show you guys. I'll show another time, but absolutely freaking hilarious commercial. Like, oh, and the sincerity in it is what makes it so much better, because you know that he was just doing his regular sermon. And it's really cool because that pastor's daughter is actually in the comments of that video, because everyone's just showing so much love to him, because like, your dad's commercial was absolutely excellent. And I feel like if you're going to run a public commercial to whatever, to your city or whatever, you got to make it memorable. And, you know, the worst thing you could do is have a commercial that nobody cares about one way or the other. And the fact that that commercial, all these years later, have all these memories attached to it because that sermon that came from the heart is so freaking cool. Mossy Nissan commercials here. They've been using the same jingle for at least 30 years. And exactly, and it kind of reminds me of like things like the Cadbury Eggs commercial. It's like, I remember seeing that first Cadbury Eggs commercial, and the fact that they have never felt the need to update that commercial, because they're only going to show it once a month every time of year. That's an excellent investment. You mean to tell me I spend $1,000 on, you know, something, and I get that type of run out of it? Hey, that's super cool. You missed the Quiznos Subs commercials with the monkey squirrel dog. Yeah, those were pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I remember those Quiznos commercials. Oh man, it just makes me think of like the things that just really stick with us. Like, I'm like, what was the like the commercial with the pizza guy, the pizza face guy? That was a fun one. Like, just all types of cool commercials. Like, even with like Spuds McKenzie stuff, things like that. The things that you just completely remember. Oh, you want that tattoo now? Oh man, I feel you on that. Like, seriously. Man, let me see here. Yeah, the Pizza Head commercials for Pizza Hut. That's another one. They made a cussing word in Slap Chop. Denny's $1.99. Are you out of your mind? Yeah. Let me see. Oh, actually, you know what? Here's a cool wrestling one. Commercial, since we're talking about wrestling commercials. Ever since I've moved to Dallas, I came across this gem. Give me 1 second. Oh, perfect. The algorithm knew exactly what I was trying to bring up. All right, so since we're in Texas, we have our own Texas legends. So this was one I came across not too long ago.
Taught me about wrestling, but I taught them about eating.
So he brought us to pizza, and it's all-you-can-eat buffet.
You get hot, fresh pizza.
Thin crust or pan.
Plus, there's plenty of spaghetti, garlic toast, and a salad bar.
All for a super low price. That's why I'm paying today. Kev, let me pay.
I'll pay for this one. You two pay for the pizza to go.
Pizza to go? I thought you were full.
These are for Dad.
Yeah, sure.
For pizza out, it's pizza in. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's so awesome to see the Von Erichs, the commercial, especially after seeing like the Iron Claw.
Get matched today
I
with
think,
the tax
the only one
expert
that's still
who's
alive
just
now is
right for
Kevin.
your situation. They'll do your taxes.
Yeah, Kevin's now the.
We're here to show
the
you the
patriot.
ropes.
At
That's
Pizza
Kevin.
Inn, when it comes to original thin crust pizza, nothing can beat it.
Except cheesy pan pizza. Come on, you guys, call it a draw. With the all-you-can-eat buffet, you can always go back for more. All the pizza, salad, and muffins you can handle, made with the freshest ingredients for a super low price. I just got a new Pizza Inn phone for $14.95. Well, I want one of those too. Give me that. Hello? It's for you, Kevin. Hello.
Yeah. So you saw that not too long ago, Tony? Yeah, that's dope. I love the pizza commercials, like for real. Let me see if I can find one of the Man Jack furniture commercial. Okay, yeah. And here's one more. I'm not gonna give you guys too many crazy commercials tonight, but this is another one I wanted to show you guys. I love Wolfman Jack. It's pretty cool because he has a bit of a horror history as well. It's very cool. So let me go ahead and show you this one.
I'm here at one of my 5 unclaimed frontier market showrooms to show you we have a complete lineup. God damn it. All right, let's start at the top. We'll just do it all. Let's go. We're going to do it this time. Go.
Dad, you've got your prices so low, you're confused.
Hi, friend. We'd like you to... Hi, friend. We'd like you... God damn, I'm going home. Hey, ask for the wolf, man.
1, 2, 3. Hey, ask for the wolf, man.
You still ask for the wolf, man. Hey, I may be confused, but you still ask for the wolf, man.
That's dope. Like, I love like local television commercials. Like, it's such an art to it. Yeah. So the Tourette's girl now on YouTube. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Okay, let me see. Yeah, Tony, I'm totally with you on that in regards to the Texas tornado and like the Ultimate Warrior thing. Yeah, there were totally like 3 warriors for real. Yeah, Billy Mays. Rest in peace to Billy Mays. Yeah, a total commercial icon. So it's like Winnebago Man. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm definitely gonna check it out. Definitely. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, cool. I'm definitely. Oh, and it's on Tubi. Oh yeah, I'm definitely watching this for sure. Thanks so much for the giving me the heads up on that, Tony. Let me see. And I'm going to also look up Tourette's Girl as well. Okay, so she's on. Okay, she is on YouTube now. Okay, cool. Nice. Even better, Joe and hot. She's funny like Tourette's guy. Even better and yeah. Love that. That's so cool. Hey, I'm glad that you guys were able to hang out with me and watch this amazing film for the first time, The Coffee Table. It was quite a trip. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me go ahead and check up the update on the score. I know the game's probably over by now. Let's see what the final score is. Ooh, 34 Ohio State, 23 Notre Dame. So it looks like my family members that are OSU alum are going to be pretty happy to hear that. And needless to say, my other cousin, that's the outcast, that's a Penn State fan. It's going to be definitely sad to have to deal with the upcoming year of them bragging rights that's coming from those other cousins. Hey, thanks a lot, Tony. I appreciate that. I was hoping that was going to be a good one. I was going based on a little bit of anticipation with it because I had a few recommendations to check that out from people's whose opinions I really respect. So if you guys, like I said, if you guys ever have any particular recommendations on films for me to check out, go ahead, shoot them out to me because, I always have a list of things for me to look into whenever I have the time. So, and you guys have very immaculate taste, or at least tastes that are very similar to mine. So I always really, really appreciate that. Yeah, definitely keep on doing YouTube, Joseph. I've been checking out your videos and everything, buddy. Like I said, you're always going to get support from me, because you're definitely always here to support me. So it's only right that I show the love back. But yeah, guys, hope everyone is having a great start to the week. I may come back for another horror hangout this week, guys. I've been meaning to, hang out a little bit more and maybe do a second show sometime during the week every now and then, just to get some more engagement. I will be uploading my Days of the Dead video. And actually, I saw Bumper's video as well from Days of the Dead. So that was very cool. And also, it was very dope to meet him. So major shout out to Bumper. And also, hold on, guys. Let me show you guys something. Be right back. Okay. Major shout out to Bumper, guys, because for one, he got me this super awesome Sid Haig autograph. He's met him multiple times and he said that he had multiple autographs and he came through like a champ, guys. I have to get this framed, and this is definitely going up in the Scary Sanctuary, and we'll have a very prominent spot in the Scary Sanctuary thanks to you, Bumper. So major thanks, buddy. I will definitely hope to repay you back sometime soon. But yeah, guys, thanks again for hanging out with us. I will be putting up the Days of the Dead video, I'm hoping tomorrow. And also I have a few more ideas for videos that I will be bringing to the channel here soon. So again, guys, definitely hang out and stay tuned for all the stuff that I have coming up. I will also be at CreepIECon and not this weekend, next weekend. So be on the lookout for the fun coming through from there. Again, guys, this is your travel guide, Brendan, with the Scary Sanctuary, telling you thank you so much for hanging out with me. It is very scary in those streets, but you know what to do. Let me know that you made it home safely. Good night, guys. Catch you later.